What's up, sitters? This is Tyler Rolfe along with Joey Edge
Sitters, what's good?
and Chris Martinez.
What's happening?
And we are front porch sitting without Bradford this week. Sending prayers. We love you. Joey.
Absolutely. He's got a good excuse this time.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
I didn't mean to brush that off. I just meant, he
Yeah.
does. He actually does this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Brad Slander tonight.
Nope.
We're good. He's a pass.
He's a firm pass, yeah. Doing well, man. Doing well. It's a wonderful Wednesday. It's my Thursday because I'm not working on Friday. So
Oh, my God.
He never works.
Dude.
I threw that in there just for you, pal. Just for you.
I would have assumed.
That's not true. I'm still, you know what? It doesn't even matter.
It's 100% true.
Yeah, that's true.
I bet you over the last 4 months, you've said, it's my Thursday because I got Friday off, or, oh, it was a good week because I didn't work Thursday or Friday. I bet you've said that, or I'm playing golf on Friday at the country club. I bet you've said that at least half the episodes.
Yeah, he has. He plays a lot of golf.
At least half.
I'm playing Friday. What? Anyways, so I don't know what I'm doing Friday. I'm just not going to work. That's what I know for sure. When you
How
when
many
you
vacation
when you
days do you
work
get?
so much over the last 15 years, you have days built up, Tyler.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I lost a few just a couple of weeks ago. I'm not doing that again.
What do you mean you lost a few?
You can only carry over so many per year. I lost my PTO because I can only carry over so many. That's not true. That's not true.
This guy's out here not working on Friday,
I
fibbing
may
on
have
the
lost
podcast.
2 hours. I did not lose 2 days. I may have lost 2 to 3 hours in
Lord
my
have
180
mercy.
that I can carry over. I can carry over 180 hours per year.
All right, let's not get lost in the sauce. Here we go, Joey.
Yeah,
Joey.
let's go.
All right, here we go. I got a question for the sitters and you guys.
Let's do it.
Crocs, with or without socks? Is there a
With.
rule you have to wear socks,
See,
or personal opinion? I need to know. I'm curious.
I'm always a sock guy.
I am too. Even slides for sure. Slides with socks is where it's at.
If I was flexible enough to put my foot up here, I would show you my slides with
Slides
my
with
socks right
yeah,
now.
100%.
I am, and I got on Crocs, but I got socks on. But I did that because I was a little self-conscious because I was wearing Crocs and those socks the other day, and I started looking around, and nobody wears Crocs without socks.
Right.
So I didn't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
The only two people I know that wear Crocs on a consistent basis is Benton Edge and Brock Edge.
They wear them without,
They both wear them with.
with.
Dude, 100% it's with.
Okay, in the chat, there's a whole bunch of going on right now. I need to know. Austin Lawrence says without, and I'm good. I'm with Austin.
Austin's old.
Okay, well, I guess maybe that's why.
Without only?
Jake
Really?
Kennedy with, okay, Jake Young. Okay,
Exactly.
there we go.
Austin, do you wear socks with slides?
He probably wears sandals. I bet he doesn't wear slides.
He probably does wear sandals.
I wear
Yeah,
sandals.
in public. Obviously, at home, I'm doing whatever I feel comfortable doing. That's different.
No, I'm wearing socks regardless.
Really? All right.
100%.
Yeah. I mean,
With socks. Wow.
People have spoken.
Wow. All right. It's definitely
This is a very pro sock podcast.
pro sock. Pro sock.
We love socks around here. We love support and we love socks.
name of the podcast, the Pro Sock Podcast.
I was gonna make it Crocs with socks.
Crocs with
Crocs
socks.
with socks is solid. Good job.
All right, cool. Austin,
job, everybody.
for the record, I'm with you a little bit, but now I know in public it's going to be with socks. Thank God I had on socks today. Do we have a really look? My guy Austin doesn't own slides.
Don't own slides.
Don't own slides?
I don't. I have. all I have is
Dude, they're
sandals.
missing out.
No,
You're
I
missing
have
out.
sandals.
Dude, it's an experience.
Dude, I wore slides my whole life when I was 12. When I was 12, I wore
You're an
slides.
athlete. You wore slides.
Yeah,
That's just
no
what it
doubt.
is. Yeah.
No doubt.
He said I wore them when I was 12. Oh, man.
Hunter Williams in the chat, he said he called the Columbia High School verse 20 win. You did. You guys were making me nervous with that. I didn't like my boy Brad doing what he did. We didn't mean any disrespect, but you guys knew the vibes. It is what it is. Go Tigers.
We're not giving them locker room material on this podcast.
No, but they got to wait a whole 365 days. So, I'm so in line with Austin right now. We're the same person.
Hey, listen. If you're gonna
But
be
I'm
in
not shocked though.
If you're gonna be in line with somebody, you want it to be Austin Lawrence.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's not a bad
That's the
one.
truth.
You know who else you want to be in line with?
Who's that?
JW
John
Weaponry.
Woodley.
AW Weaponry. That's a great point.
Don't want to be across from him.
No, they're always
sir.
loaded over there.
That's right.
The premier gun
There it
store
is.
of the South. And they are always loaded. Give John a call. 386-243-8587 is the number to JW Weaponry.
We're getting mildly close to hunting season, aren't we?
Getting closer.
We're getting
Yeah.
to
Closer
fall.
every day.
Yeah,
Cold weather.
muzzle load season's coming up. Archery season, bow
There we go,
season.
there we
It's
go.
coming. It's coming.
Love it.
So yeah, go see John. Go see the wonderful folks at JW Weaponry.
My favorite season is coming up too, Christmas. So they do layaway. So like if you wanted to go ahead and put a down payment on something, put it away, and then make installments, they do that. So really, really, really good deal.
It's a good choice.
Um,
Let's go shout outs. You want to go
Hold
shout
on,
outs?
hold on. We got one comment here. I think Chad Hunter makes a really great point. I've heard this from a couple people actually. Croc flip flops are second to none.
okay.
So we're like combining worlds here.
Yeah, my father-in-law has some Croc flip-flops. He probably had them for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Like when they first came out, still he loves them.
Yeah.
So
They're like the tan ones
Yeah.
with the little. Yeah.
yeah. Ooh, AJ Brinson in the chat said Joey on the radio was golden. Joey
Yes.
was on the radio.
Appreciate that.
Did you
Thank
listen to it?
No, I've totally forgot all about it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh my
Listen.
God.
I helped the guy get the microphone and then forgot that he was doing it.
Yikes.
Didn't use that microphone. Ended up sending that one back, but it's okay.
I sent him a microphone that he didn't use and sent back.
Yeah, thank you, AJ. Appreciate you. It was a good time. We had fun on the radio. My guy Anthony Newton and of course the GOAT, the Reverend Isidore Williams,
Yes,
on the
sir.
call Friday night. It was a good time, real good time. Enjoyed it thoroughly.
Are you gonna be on Friday?
I'm not exactly 1,000% sure what's going to happen.
Okay.
We're in the process of moving some things around and trying to do some things, but we'll see how it goes. So
If you
we'll figure it
are,
out.
we'll let the sitters know.
Yeah,
We'll
absolutely,
let the sitters know.
absolutely.
Nice. He went on to say one of the best radio calls he's heard in a while.
Thank you.
I
Awesome.
actually heard that from someone as well.
Awesome.
We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Hey, Jamie mentioned in the chat. Let's go,
Hey.
man.
Hey,
Fun
the people know
times.
college football's back.
Yeah, it's time. Tell a friend.
They know.
No.
We're definitely getting into it. Crocs with socks.
Hit it.
Unfreaking believable, man.
Hit a share button right quick. Like,
Ooh,
share, hit the
That
notification.
worked. That worked. You guys all liked it last week. We need you to, again, pause. Please go do that. Go click the little thumbs up. It's really, really easy. You rocked it last time. I think at the end of the show, we had like 25 or 20, 17, 18, something like that likes, which is like 17 or 18 more than normal.
I love that.
So,
Don't say that out loud. That sounds
no,
bad.
it's okay. Well, it's public. They can see it. So, I almost fudged it when I said 25. Had to walk that thing back to 17, which was actually true.
I once spit my water out because of the same exact numbers on this show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not doing it today.
All right.
You ready
So
for shout outs?
we do shout outs. Before we get to shout outs, so just a quick rundown. We are going to go Florida and Florida State win shares. You don't want to miss it. We're going to have a lot of conversation. I know there's going to be agreement and disagreement in the chat. You don't want to miss it. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be that. I'm excited for it. I'm actually interested, or I'm intrigued to see what our numbers were. I was surprised by that. So,
Yep. Agreed.
but yeah, shout outs. I'm good with shout outs if you want to.
Yeah, I got two. I got
got
two
one.
shout outs, and it's the same family. Brock and Shane Edge both had birthdays this past
They
week.
did. I meant to text Shane.
Yeah, they both had birthdays this past week. So
Facebook is my savior.
happy birthday to both of you guys, and appreciate you always.
Happy birthday. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
thanks.
You go ahead. No,
I'm
you
up,
got it.
I'm up.
Yep.
I'm going to shout out Jonathan Taylor. I may owe you an apology here soon, sir. I may owe you an apology here, sir.
Why? Why? Very brief.
The Indianapolis Colts have granted Jonathan Taylor the ability to talk to teams about a trade. He's apparently got till Tuesday.
How about that?
So next Wednesday we may have like some low-key, quiet piano music so I can send out an apology if he does get traded.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I might actually get on the camera for that one because that would be bad.
I can't
no,
wait.
it's going to have to happen.
Yeah,
We'll
Or,
need it.
or
We'll
it's
need-
not going to happen.
Yeah, or it's not going to happen.
or it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with my I did my dad not long ago. My wife. I'm going with Kelsey. She's a rock star, solid.
Cannot go wrong there.
It's football season, so like my time at home. Like just a minute ago, we are talking about like things I have to do tomorrow, things that we have to do like on Thursday, and like I was like, I gotta go show my face at my house a little bit.
Yeah, you said I got the JV game. I got to go to that.
Yeah.
Probably should show my face at the house.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she's like holding down the crib. So shout out to Kelsey.
Literally.
Like literally holding it down.
I love that.
Um,
Can I do like a real shout out now?
yeah.
JT Clark, friend of the
JT
show.
Clark,
Yes.
JT Clark moving to
Auburn, Alabama.
Auburn, Alabama, which we don't love, but excited for JT. He's gonna be able to be closer to Lil, so that's good.
Yeah, I love that. That's
Yeah.
good stuff.
Shout out to the chat. Waylon in the chat. Zach Polk on a freaking in the air, 30,000
man.
30,000 feet high, front porch sitting. He's got to count for a country at least.
Tyson Ellis is in the chat.
Finally back in the chat
Dude.
after the long hiatus on the western side of the United States.
Not cool that
Tyson Ellis does
Finally-
not do interview season, apparently.
No, he's finally back on the East Coast and loving life. Tyson, I'm going to call you tomorrow. Don't let me forget to call you tomorrow, okay, buddy? Thanks.
We're going win totals right now, or is there something in between?
Straight into win shares.
Let's go to win shares, baby.
I'm here for it. You want to go Florida or Florida State? Let's go Florida. Let's go Florida first. The Gators.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Let me switch up my papers.
Well, Tyler had it queued up.
The Florida Gators win total Vegas 5.5.
5.5.
5.5.
That's low. Can we speculate on why that's so low first? Like realistically.
Put in the chat if you think that's high or low. Put what you got in the chat. Consider.
Yeah. Is 5.5 fair?
I think it's fair, just so we're clear.
Really?
I do.
So then how the heck are you where you're at?
I was gonna say
I'm a
Joey
homer.
does not think that it's okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Kind of. I think I could see the season going one of two ways. That's why.
And you're going optimistic view.
I'm going the optimistic view. Absolutely.
I did that with the Red Sox.
Yeah. I mean, as we should. That's what
Yeah.
we're here for. So
How likely is it that UF wins 8 games this year?
Unlikely.
I think we're gonna find out. Chad Hunter says too high. Chad.
Even Joey, you don't have him at 8, and you're like high.
Joey's very high.
B Hill. I knew Brown was gonna be in the chat. Brian says low. Zach Paulk says low. Blaze says fair. Blaze is famous, by the way. Blaze was on the Netflix documentary Swamp Kings. We'll get to that in a little bit.
not to blaze the scene, but we'll get to the show.
Yeah, we'll get to the show, and I'll go ahead and tell why he's famous. But just know that you guys are in the chat with Blaze Neely, who is indeed famous. He is on Netflix.
Collecting royalties. Probably not really.
Yeah, no, probably not. All right. Let's get to it. I see a lot of mixture between low, high, and fair. So let's get into it. They open up.
What do you think, by the way? Low, high, fair?
I feel like it's a little low, but I'm in between like fair and low.
I can appreciate that.
I'm in between fair and low. Hunter Williams says 5 wins is the floor. If you believe that, which is fine, you gotta go the over then.
I think so too.
Yep.
And that's where I'm at, Hunter. Just so we know.
Yeah, I think 6 is more likely than 5.
Yeah.
All right. Florida opens at Utah.
At Utah.
On a Thursday. Short week, weird week, on the road. I have Florida with a 55% chance to win that game.
You have them favored.
I do. Utah, I think, will probably run out their third-string quarterback, and I think that gives Florida the advantage.
That's kind of crazy that they're going to run out their third string, and you're like 55, just barely above a coin flip.
Well, because and I could be completely off with this, but I think Rising still has a pretty good chance to play.
Potentially.
But I think that Rising is not going to be 100%. He's always had issues with accuracy. He's just been a gamer.
Yeah.
When you're only on a leg and a half as a gamer, that limits you tremendously. So the third string's not necessarily maybe. I don't know how bad their third string is, but he may not be a huge downgrade in that scenario. So
he's a third string for a reason.
I want to throw this out.
That is true.
So he's a third string for a reason. He's not 2. He's not 1. I think that gives Florida the advantage there. So I'm at 55%, even though it is on the road and a Thursday night. Will be a night game. Will be a hostile environment. That Utah will be ready. They have a good defensive front. They're typically pretty stingy. However, I think Florida's defense will be improved. I think the quarterback situation in Utah is volatile at best. And I think then Florida then has the advantage athletically, and they should have a 5% chance to win the game. Over 50-50.
Yes.
Yep.
I actually couldn't agree anymore with everything that you said. I think you're spot on with all of that. The reason I gave it 50 instead of 55 is the altitude. I don't like the altitude.
Okay.
The altitude
That's
freaks me
fair.
out a little bit. I talked about it a couple of weeks back. Like when you go up there, it's a different world.
Thin.
Like, you don't breathe the same.
It's tough, yeah.
You don't breathe the same. Clayton he can attest to it. He's been around here for a while. When he goes back, when he climbs stairs, he breathes hard.
Yeah.
I can assure you of it. So that's why I go 50%.
Fair enough.
Let me ask you this question.
All right.
Utah is kind of like a sleeper pick to make the college football playoff this year.
I don't understand it, but go ahead.
They are.
Yeah, I agree.
They are. Do you think there's a chance that they on purpose sit Cam, knowing that he's not at 100%, knowing that if they do lose the game when they get to the committee, they may say, they didn't have Cam Rising. may help their chances a smidge, even if they do lose the game against Florida.
I'll let you go first.
I think that's possible.
Just pure speculation.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I don't know that they do that for that reason, but I think it's possible that happens that way.
Yeah.
I don't think they sit him with that thought process.
Yeah.
But Tyson said, "Yeah, I just hiked 10 miles in Utah. Ain't SHIT." So Gators by 50. All right, there it is. Love that. Let's go on to McNeese State, Florida. 100. I got 100.
Yeah, 1.0.
Let's move right on to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee comes number 12. Tennessee comes to Florida in the Swamp. I would assume 7:00 kick is going to be a night game. I would guess.
Yep.
I think Florida has a 40% chance to win that game.
I got it at 45. We're close.
Yeah.
We're close on that. I think the unknown with Tennessee is fun for them.
I think this will be a fun game.
I think so too. I think Joe Milton has all the ability in the world. I just don't know that he has. He's he's got it all. He's got athleticism. He's a big guy, strong guy.
Yeah.
Can run. He literally can do anything on a football field that anybody else on the planet can do. Like he's got that kind of talent. But there's a reason he lost his job a couple of years ago to Hendon Hooker. Like that happened for a reason.
Yeah.
And then the game being in Florida, in Gainesville, in
matters.
the Swamp, that matters. And then if the defense is as good as I think they will be, which isn't going to be number one in the country defense, but a vast improvement from the 128th defense that it was last year. If it can get to the 30s or 40s, that's a drastic improvement and a much better situation. And I think if everything adds up, it's basically a coin flip game.
Yeah, I can see that. I think it's just a little bit under that. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Florida handles Tennessee and how Tennessee handles Florida. Like you said, Joe Milton, someone unproven, but we know his traits at what he can do are like elite.
Yeah.
What do you think the spread will be in that game?
Tennessee,
Florida, yeah.
9.5.
no.
9.5?
You don't think so?
No.
I guess if I have it as a 40% chance, it's got to be closer to 6.5.
I would say 2.5 Tennessee. Tennessee minus 2.5.
Oh, then I'll probably take Florida. You think it's less than a field goal?
I thought it was around a field goal.
Yeah, I think it's.
Guess we'll find out.
I think a lot of it
Only
depends on
because
the
Florida and
Utah game.
Tennessee typically play each other pretty close.
Yeah.
A lot of unknowns on both
9.5
sides.
is a little outlandish. I think
You got Tennessee as the favorite though, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Not by double digits. 9.5 is too much. 6.5, 5.5, 4.5. I could see it in that range.
I
don't know if
being
I
a
can see it
one-score
under
game either
2.5.
way. I could see 6.5 or 2.5.
Yeah, I could see it somewhere in there. Probably.
Right. Brian Saunders said McNeese and Shug up on upset alert or upset
Yes.
alert of Florida.
Yeah,
shout
Shug.
out,
Yeah.
Shout out Marcus Peterson at McNeese.
Yeah, Columbia boy.
That's right.
Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte 1.0.
Yeah, same. 1.0.
Yeah.
At Kentucky. I'll let you go first. Here.
Interesting game.
Yeah, because you're not big on Kentucky.
I'm
right
not
now.
big on Kentucky.
Like, at all.
But if Devin O'Leary is
That's my guy, Brian Hill. Tennessee minus 7 on ESPN right now. I knew it was going to be more than that. More than 2.5. Y'all might.
I would
y'all might
take 7 on that.
y'all might should jump on that.
I would take Florida.
I would
plus
take
7
Florida
too.
points on that. And I'm low.
Sorry.
No, you're
I like our sitters giving us some info. Appreciate that, B Hill.
yeah.
And Blaze right above it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
So yeah, Kentucky game's weird to me.
Yep.
I'm not 100% sure what to expect from Devin Leary. I think that he might be better than Will Levis, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think he is. We're well positioned in our stances on Mr. Leary.
I'm just not a believer in Kentucky, so I got 0.60 for me.
Fair enough. I'm at a true coin flip here. It's at Kentucky, 50-50 for me.
Yeah.
I think they're physical enough with Stoops. I think they're going to be well coached on defense with Stoops. And I think Devin Leary gives them a little bit of an edge. So I'm going to go 50-50 coin flip for me. So I feel like that's about right.
Feels like Florida is the game that Kentucky always gets up for.
Yes,
Always.
that.
And the opposite for Florida. Like, we just dominated them for so long that it feels like we're
I think we have a hard time not getting up for him now.
I agree with that too.
Like after last year,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
so too.
I think we have to.
But I think for Kentucky, like this is the game for them on their schedule.
Yeah, because they're good enough now to where they can compete. Like they can't
Yeah,
compete with
yeah.
Georgia no matter what right now. So
No.
they don't. They yes, in theory, do they get up for it? Absolutely, they get up for that game. Like everybody wants to win that game, but as soon as the first sign of adversity hits, it's like, well,
Yeah.
that's Georgia. So
Yeah.
good for us.
If there's
But-
an
but with
SEC
Florida,
game that they want to win, I think it's
right?
Florida.
But with Florida,
Yeah.
because like you said, we beat them for so many years, for so long, and I'm positive that Mark Stoops has drilled that into those guys' heads.
100%.
Yeah.
Like now that they've had they tasted success, yeah, this is their game.
They play a hard nosed brand of football.
They do.
With Stoops. So like
They
they're
don't
not
get blown out a whole lot by anybody.
not a whole lot by
No,
anybody. I
they've
agree.
been much improved.
Yeah.
Hunter Williams is 3.6 through 5. Just keeping track here on the scoreboard. Vanderbilt, Joey,
Yeah.
where are you at?
Vanderbilt is 0.85 for me.
I'm at 80% on Vandy.
Little revenge factor for me. I think Vandy's. I said this a couple of weeks back when we did their win shares.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be much better. Much better.
Yeah.
I just think with Florida revenge factor, I think they got embarrassed last year.
It's
that Vandy game was the one that got them.
It's at home
at
for
home.
Florida, and it's Vandy who has a 3.5 win total in
Yeah.
Vegas as well. So this is an L for Vanderbilt.
Yep.
This is where I think we had our biggest discrepancy.
This one is?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm at here coin flip. It's in South Carolina. I don't think they're as bad as you think. I do think they got pillaged in the portal pretty bad. I think Beamer is he's still there, right?
He's still there.
He's still just goofy enough and quirky enough to like maybe pull something off here. It's at home. Like they can get up. Like they played with Georgia for a little bit and then
They beat the brakes off of Tennessee last year.
yeah, so it could happen. I don't know. That's why I have it as a coin flip. I have it as like just a true 50-50 coin flip.
I think because of what you said about they got hammered in the portal.
Ransacked.
Yeah, they got in the portal.
Yeah, Florida State, we took them all. They're our farm program.
Yeah, legit. And I think like you talked about Beamer, I think he's more of a flash in the pan than he is a long-term success guy.
I think you're probably right. I don't think it's like I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
And then you pair that with Spencer Rattler, who I don't think is very good as well.
Go ahead.
I just don't see that being a successful combination.
He has like elite tools though. Oh, here's what I will say. Just mine. They got a new OC, right?
Yes,
Yes. The OC they had last year was the issue.
big time issue.
Part of the problem.
Right.
The one coordinating the offense is like a really he was like an anchor. He was literally like an anchor and he pulled them down. So I think they'll be more explosive. I think they'll be better pushing the ball down the field. I think they'll be better offensively. It's hard to be worse.
That's true. It is.
Remember
hard
how
to
I
do.
said Jaheim Bell was like a dominant tackles?
Yeah.
He had 75 carries.
Right.
It's crazy. It's a tight end.
I knew he had quite a
I
bit.
didn't realize it was 75.
Yeah, I knew he started like 2 games, maybe 3 games at
crazy.
halfback last year.
That's crazy. So they'll be better on offense because of that, in my opinion.
Like you said, can't be worse.
Yeah.
Florida's defense.
Yeah.
Something had to change. It literally cannot be worse.
What about them dogs?
25%, and that's just because
Oh, wait, what was your percentage on South Carolina?
70. Sorry, 0.70.
Yeah.
0.70, really?
Yeah, he's
Well, my
I'm
man
super-
loves Florida.
He hates South Carolina.
No, I'm super low on South Carolina.
He hates South Carolina.
I
I knew
legit
you were going to be that.
believe they may be the worst team in the East this year.
Okay.
Blaze with a
think it'd
brilliant
be a
point.
really weird game.
Down the stretch at the end of the year, they played much better when they did not allow him to call plays.
Truth.
Yeah. So, I think they'll only be improved offensively, and that was like literally their Achilles heel.
Yeah.
The dogs, Georgia freaking
Bro,
Bulldogs.
don't say 0.25 again. Like you get a chance to
0.25.
pull that back.
0.25.
Oh my gosh.
I don't believe in Carson Beck either.
If
I
they
think that
play
they're just that
100
much
times,
better.
You think they win 25 times?
Possibly.
Oh.
They're not playing 100 times. They're playing 1.
Okay, if they play 4 times.
I don't care. They're playing 1.
Bro, this is just.
Yeah, I'm at
They're
10.
playing
I'm at
one.
10% here. I'm at 10%.
I would be there.
So you're not.
What if Georgia comes into this game 5-2?
Well,
does
they
that make a
They
difference?
can't be. They won't be.
There's-
Their schedule
We're
is like.
not going to talk about impossibilities. What
That's
if I'm
true.
playing quarterback for Florida, Georgia?
What if you are playing quarterback for Georgia because Carson Beck is about the equivalent?
Stop
Bro.
it.
Just saying. Guy was awful at Mandarin. You don't just get good all of a sudden. Yeah, that's not true. Mac Jones did.
Oh, what's I about to say? Hang on a minute.
Mac Jones did.
Jones
Mac
plays
Jones
for
is
the
an NFL
Patriots right
quarterback.
now. Like he
He's an
was
NFL quarterback.
garbage.
He was terrible.
Yeah. Carson Beck.
I think that's the problem. That's my biggest problem with Georgia is the quarterback position. And Mike Bobo. That's my two concerns with Georgia. I don't like either one of them.
I agree. You have more.
You could not like literally half of Georgia's team, and they'd still probably beat us.
Probably.
Yeah, they're all going to be drafted. Like, it's nuts. They're
On
By the
defense, for
Eagles.
sure. By the Eagles.
yeah, by the Eagles.
Whose GM is a Florida alum.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He knows what beats him.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah, I agree.
Smart guy. Very good.
100% agree. I would too.
All right, so you have it at 25. I have it at 10.
Yeah.
Okay, Arkansas coming to the Swamp on November freaking 4th. What do your Gators have for them?
I don't like this game at all.
Yeah, after that Georgia game, I don't
Are
either.
they coming into the swamp?
Yep.
We need to talk about this off. We need to go to that game.
Okay.
Cool.
Done deal. I got it at 0.60 because I want him to win. I don't know that I believe that.
Sydney has it at 0.99.
I think she means for Georgia, right?
No, she thinks they're gonna beat them by She's on Florida, 99% chance to win.
To beat
Hunter,
Georgia?
you clearly didn't watch the rest of his career, buddy.
I'm sure.
Oh my!
I'm sure. Sydney's my dog. She's definitely going 99% Georgia.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure. Okay, 99% Georgia. I'm good.
No, I'm saying like in that game, I think she's picking Florida.
What?
No,
We need some clarification.
If you
She's picking Florida.
yeah,
100%.
if you know my sister, she's
Well,
you want to talk
99%.
about a homer. She converted to Florida and is the biggest
I
Gator
didn't know
fan.
that.
What?
I mean, how am I supposed to?
I
know
blame
that, Chris?
Brian, bro. I blame Brian. It's Brian.
That's
it's
why we
Brian.
like Brian.
I love Brian, but that's not why.
That's
How does
why.
that-
That's
how does that
one
go
of the
down
many
at
reasons I love
Thanksgiving?
Brian. Brian's good.
How's that go at Thanksgiving?
Yeah. How's that go at Thanksgiving?
We just don't talk about it. They have their own group chat and everything. It's wild.
I love that.
All right. Arkansas, Black Unis, you're right. Arkansas's grave. I'm going to give Florida the nod here, 55%.
I got him. Like I said, I got him at 60, but I don't like it. That's a game that I don't love.
Here, I'm going to tell you why. Here's what scares me a little bit about that game. Arkansas's quarterback and the ability to run the football.
Right after getting your face bloody.
It's going to be a physical football game with Georgia, whether you win or lose, whatever, right? Arkansas comes into Florida, but they can run the football, so that keeps them in the game.
Yep.
And then quarterback is like point guard. If he doesn't make the big mistake, they make it hang around and win that game.
Yep.
But I still have Florida with a 55% chance to win that game.
I like it.
I would be a little bit nervous if that's a spot there.
Arkansas seems like the swing game for the total.
Not Joey's.
No, I don't think it is, but I can see where that could be for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Chad, we're jaded on the black unis. We are garbage in black uniforms. I hope they never put them on again. But Florida's are so fire. I do love Florida's black unis. We're documented on that. Joey, you want to go to LSU?
Yep.
They're going to
Death Valley.
Death Valley on November 11th.
We know I don't love LSU.
Yeah, you hate LSU.
I don't love LSU. Brian Kelly with Brian Kelly with
You hate
expectations.
Brian Kelly.
No,
You
thank you.
hate Brian Kelly so much.
0.40.
0.40.
We need to remember this when Florida State beats LSU.
Oh, don't do that. We're getting Florida
remembering?
State.
Because if you recall last year, there was a huge disagreement because you said LSU wasn't very good, and then you said, oh, they're kind of okay, and then Florida State beat them, and it wasn't a very good win, recall.
Yeah, you said it was a terrible win. And then whenever LSU beats
Because they don't
Florida.
want Florida State to be good. No.
All right. I have it at 35%. I just think it's on the road. I think it's going to be tough.
We're not far off there. That's not bad.
No, we're what, 5% again?
Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah.
lower than that. I'd be probably closer to...
You'd be lower?
You said 35?
I'm at 35.
I'd be at 25.
I could see that.
I'd be at 25.
But
In Death Valley? I don't know.
I think LSU secondary can be exposed if Graham Mertz can expose it.
Big if.
That's a huge if.
Huge if.
But they can
By
be
that
got.
time, but by that time, we'll know if he can.
You're right. That's fair. Then Florida travels to Missouri.
Blah.
Golly. That's going to be a heartbreaker. Right?
Yeah, that okay.
I hate that game.
There's
I hate
two.
Missouri.
Whoa,
So do I.
wait a minute. There's two that I hate if I'm a Gator fan.
That's one of them.
Arkansas after Georgia, don't like that. LSU, and then you get Missouri after LSU, and that's on the road. I don't like that.
Nope.
I might be high here. I have Florida with a 65% chance to win.
Yeah, I'm at 70.
We might be high right there.
Joseph. 70?
Chat, where are you guys at on the Missouri game?
If
Especially
somehow-
Brian. Damn, LSU is LSU is a 16-point favorite on ESPN. I would take UF plus 16 all day.
I would too.
If
ESPN's the biggest clown show on earth, though, so I wouldn't trust those lines. Just so
Blaze is right too. Mid-November, 20 degrees with 20-mile-per-hour winds, 99% Missouri.
Florida runs the ball better than Missouri. That benefits Florida more than anybody.
Probably true.
That's true.
Where are you guys at with Missouri?
Missouri
Throw
is
that in
just-
the chat.
Missouri,
Percentages, please. Percentages is what we need.
I was telling Chris, there are just some teams that we just have a hard time with.
Missouri's one of them.
For the Colts, it's the Jaguars. I don't know why. Can't ever beat them, even when they're terrible.
Yeah.
For the Gators, it is Missouri.
So
We're
Brian
terrible
is the
against
same. Brian's at 70%. Hunter's at 80%. I'm at 65. You're at 70.
Yeah.
We're all about the
We're
same.
all similar.
60, 55.
55 for me.
Okay.
You're at 55?
Yeah.
You and Mr. Brinson are at 55.
So you're taking the under. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, probably.
Your number would be under.
You would be way under.
I'd be way under because I don't think we have a single chance to beat Georgia, though.
Trey's at coin
the
flip.
main reason.
Jesse's at 65%. Me too, Jesse. Cool. All right, awesome. I'm enjoying this. I'm loving this. I'm loving the sitters. You guys are doing an excellent job.
It's gonna be a
I
really
absolutely
interesting
love the
season,
sitters right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. This is great.
This is like the best.
75% for
Jamie mentioned that 75%.
Love
cool.
that.
Love it.
All right. Then it caps off with. Do we want to hold this?
Yeah, let's hold this one.
Let's hold this one.
Hold.
Hold, please.
Brian.
Dick, 76%, not 75, 76.
Brian's playing the Price is Right over here.
Price is right. All right, we're going to hold the Florida State one until we get to Florida State on the other side.
Yep.
But we will tell you our totals. I ended up at 6.8, full game over. Joey is at 7.45.
Thanks.
Literally 2 games over. So if we were betting men, we would go over, yeah?
Like Tyson said, if I was a betting man,
I tell you,
would.
I'll tell you, I'll be honest, like totally 100% real. If I were to place a wager, if someone made me, I would go over pretty confidently. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't want to root for Florida to win.
that's understandable.
100%.
That's where I'm at.
Yep.
If I was a Gator fan, like I'm probably hitting that thing. I'm probably going over. Like 5.5 just seems.
I'm not saying that I'm going to, but if the
Yeah.
opportunity presents itself in a manner of which I'm able to do that,
Right.
then maybe I will. I don't
There's a
know.
lot of games that I feel like could just really easy be 50-50 splits.
So like
At the
because
end of the day.
because it's Florida, we can spend a little time here. Like let's go through the schedule and like let's go like win loss, Joey.
All right.
Like how many are sure wins, how many are sure losses, and then let's go. So I say McNeese is a sure win.
Right?
Charlotte sure win.
Yep.
I feel like Vanderbilt is like pretty comfortably sure win.
I would give
Agree.
that a sure win.
So that's 3 sure wins already. And then the next highest ones we have, I think, are Missouri, right?
South Carolina for me.
See, I'm at 50 on that.
Yeah.
But
So let's get one of
Missouri,
those. I'll give you one of those.
Yeah. 4.
so now we're at 4. They have to win 2 games between Kentucky, South Carolina, Arkansas. I don't think they beat Georgia.
They don't beat LSU.
Not LSU.
They don't beat LSU.
So 3.
Tennessee. We can put Tennessee in that range.
You don't think they beat Tennessee?
No, I say we can put Tennessee in
So
that,
they got to
in
beat
that 50-50
Tennessee.
game.
They got to beat
Two wins out of Tennessee.
Florida State, South Carolina, Arkansas, Missouri.
Right.
They got to find 2 wins to
I
hit
like
the
that,
over.
actually. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the over is the play for sure if you're going to do that. I just can't. I can't go. I just can't bet the over because I just can't root for them every single week.
I don't blame you.
You know what I mean?
I would never take the over in the Yankees.
Yeah, my rooting
No matter
interest.
what.
I just can't do it.
If it was 2, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I probably
I would do it. It's free money. But
That's false, Chad. Going with the brain a little bit.
what's that say?
Going with the heart instead of the brain. I've had eyes at a few practices. Feel pretty good about a lot of things.
I'm with the over. That was fun. That was fun. We're going to swing it to Florida State, but first we're going to put a single shot on Joey. We're going to go single shot on Joey, and he's going to tell us about Brian Sports or Josh's Barbershop. Which one?
Let's go Josh's Barbershop because
Are you going there
I'm
tomorrow?
going there tomorrow. Yeah, because Josh is the man. I got to go behind it next time. It's okay. You tried hard.
Chris got to get a water.
Yeah. Hey, will you get me a water as well while you're in there, please? Thanks, buddy.
I'm good. Don't worry about me, Chris.
Anyways, Josh McCardle, Josh's Barbershop. Go see the guy. I'm going tomorrow to get all cleaned up, make myself pretty, because that's what he does. He's the best in the business at what he does. It's the greatest conversation you'll have, I assure you. He's as good as it gets. So, yeah, text him 386-247-1430, and that guy will shoot you the schedule, and then you can text him back and tell him, or actually just go to the schedule, get yourself on there, do it for a few weeks, make sure you schedule out, and yeah, it'll be a fantastic time. I promise you won't miss it, or you won't be disappointed that you did.
What
Promise.
What time is yours tomorrow?
Mine is at 6 tomorrow.
Josh, if at all possible, I may tag along with Joey. I kind of need a little bit of an edge for Friday night's game. If at all possible.
If at all possible.
If at all possible.
If at all possible. All right.
Hold
Josh
on.
he makes everything possible.
I want to read that comment from Trey because I thought it was hilarious. Trey said the best shot. Where did it go? Did he delete his comment?
Dang it. I'm getting killed by Max.
Did Trey delete the comment?
Max, you got to understand how I operate, buddy.
Trey said the best shot in front porch sitting is when Joey completely leaves the frame to read the comments. It's so true. Look at this guy.
I can see the comments now. Also, I'm getting my glasses Friday. Thanks, Brew Eye Care.
Let's go. Brew My Care.
Unpaid
Unpaid sponsor.
Give him a call. Never mind.
Are they going to be?
No free ads.
Probably not, but
They're too big?
I don't know. Maybe
Or are we too big?
No free ads.
we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
All they can do is say no.
All right. Your Florida State
Christy, we're
Seminoles.
going to get to that. Hold tight. Hang tight.
Yeah, Christy asked, has anyone watched Swamp Kings yet
Oh,
on
we're
Netflix?
getting that.
It's coming up.
We're going to get
It's
to. Have
coming
you watched it?
up. Yeah. Can't wait.
100%.
For sure.
My bad.
All 12 episodes. I know it's only 4. It's
Okay.
4. Okay.
All right, Florida State. So Vegas has it at 9.5,
Yeah.
and you have 9.65 and 9.03. So Max, tell me where I'm wrong here. Tell me where I'm wrong here.
He's going to say 1.0 on all of them because that's what Max does.
That's Max. It's okay.
Yeah.
He's right.
That's all right.
Florida State opens with LSU. There is something to note here. Mason Smith, their 5-star D lineman, the number 1 defensive tackle in the country 2 years ago, who left the game early last year with a torn ACL, celebrating, is not playing because he received some type of gift or some benefit illegally from, and so the NCAA suspended him for week 1. Hate to see it. Hate that for him. Happy we don't have to block him.
Yep.
He's a problem. Where you at?
LSU?
Yeah,
I think I'm low, but 0.60.
that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
I think it's fair too, but I just think Florida State's better. But we'll call it fair. 0.60.
Can
Sure.
I just say, I'm not like a huge defensive guy.
Yeah.
Give me all the Harold Perkins.
Oh, yeah.
That dude is fun to watch.
Yeah, cool. Give me all the Jared verse.
Okay. Old Jerry Verse.
Jerry Verse.
Yeah. I mean,
There's an outside shot, too, that Daryl Jackson, remember how he said he's not getting his waiver
Right.
approved? He was not allowed. That everyone. So do we know what happened? I wonder if, do the people know? Do you know what happened?
No.
So he submitted he transferred from Florida State and enrolled with the understanding that he had a hardship waiver
Right.
with the NCAA in.
Yep.
After he transferred and enrolled, the NCAA made a clarification on a rule after all these guys had already transferred and enrolled that would have prohibited them from playing. They didn't know that at the time that they made the transfer.
That's not good.
So they've had to go back, and it sounds like everyone that was before that is going to get processed through, is what it's looking like. So
That'd be big
will,
for them.
That will be a huge, and I mean
Literally.
huge. Like he's probably the best the interior defensive lineman on the team, and that's with Fabian Levitt and Braden Fisk and everyone else.
Okay.
That will be huge for Florida State if they can get him back.
Okay.
I'm going with the assumption that they're not, so I'm at 60% right now in that game.
Gonna
Yep.
be a fun one.
Same. I
Is
guess.
that, is that on a Sunday or
It is on
Friday?
it is on a
Some
Sunday, and I'm
Sunday.
fired
8
up.
o'clock? Sunday at 8 o'clock?
Sunday 8 o'clock. Monday's a holiday.
I'm kind of okay with that.
7:30.
actually.
Yeah, Monday's a holiday.
Sunday at 7.
Oh, it's on the 2nd?
Yeah. No, it's on Saturday, Sunday the 3rd.
Sunday the 3rd.
Fourth
Monday
is
the
like
4th
a-
is Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Joey won't be working that day.
Neither will you.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
Baker's holidays, baby. Let's go.
Try me. Next game, Southern Miss.
So the miss 99.
1.00, sir.
It's my squad. Y'all know I don't do that.
My man said 99.
99.
I'm dumb.
Like he believes that.
I do. Okay. Boston College, Joey. They're going to Boston. That's a great trip. Seminole fans, it's a guaranteed win, so it's fun. You don't have to worry about the game. And Boston is an awesome city. It's really fun. That's a fun trip. If you can take that trip, take that trip.
Heard it here first, or probably second or third. I don't know.
It's so good. 90%.
90%.
Yep.
9-0 for me as well.
Okay. Here we go. This is another big one. September's a big month for Florida State.
Yeah, you guys got to get off on a
Huge.
hot start.
Yeah, you know,
Huge
you want
month.
to talk about playing teams. LSU and Clemson in the same month is
I feel like that's an advantage for you guys, though.
I think if you go 1-1 in that, I think you're okay.
No, we're going 2-0.
I'm saying like, yeah. I mean, I like you said we're going to now.
I'm a believer in FSU this year.
Okay. They go to Death Valley, Clemson though.
Yeah.
Where you at?
So let's backtrack to Boston College.
Oh,
I think Boston College stays.
I didn't.
Yeah,
give you
no,
that.
it's 90%, but I think Boston College stays close early because of the look ahead, and then Florida State pulls away late,
Okay.
just for fun. Hit Boston College in the first half. If it's like 12.5 or something, hit Boston College.
Okay.
If it's anything less than that, forget that. Kick rocks. We're not doing that. I think the spread's going to be like 24, though. So, you know. Florida State at Clemson. I'm assuming night game.
Should be.
Probably going to
The
be
top 10 matchup as it looks like right now, unless Florida State drops to LSU.
crazy there.
It'll be nuts. That's a fun trip too.
What if Dabo falls down that hill? It'll be great. If he doesn't fall down the hill, I got 0.60 for Florida State to win. If he does fall down the hill, it goes to like 0.30.
If he falls
If
down
he
the
falls
hill,
down the hill, I
they'll
think
play
Clemson
better.
wins.
They'll rally around him.
Right.
If he falls down the hill, I'm going to die. All right, I got it as a coin flip. I will tell you this is the day before my birthday, so we will be hanging out and watching that game. So you're all invited.
That seems like a horrible choice.
They don't know where I live.
He lives at one.
Hey, whoa. You got the first number right. Please stop. Oh, my God.
First number of my address, too.
Okay, yeah. Careful. I know yours, too.
Yeah.
The ones who know where I live.
I actually do think I know your address.
might
I'm not going
pull
to say
up.
it, but I'm pretty sure I know it.
Don't. Relax.
Public record.
No, you never want to lose a game.
To lose that close game.
No.
Ooh, I can't do it. I can't do it.
The very next week, not the very next week, you got a bye week.
Blaze says, I do. Yeah, Blaze sold me my house, so he definitely knows where I live. You can come. You can. All of you that know where I live are more than welcome. Like, come on, let's hang out. Anyways, Blaze definitely knows where I live. Virginia Tech comes to Florida State.
Yeah. Get a week off. And
Do
then,
we want to pause a little bit at the Clemson game and talk about like where the matchups are going to be in favor of Florida State?
We can, or we can wait until that week, or we can do it now. I'm good with either. I don't care.
I'm good with that too. I think the place to watch there is going to be Florida State's defensive line versus Clemson's offensive line.
Yeah. I
think they can exploit some stuff there.
I agree.
But-
I think Klubnik's very good, but I think Florida State has the recipe for that.
Yeah.
And that. I really believe 60 is probably a touch low, but it's in Death Valley, so you can't take that for granted. Ever.
Damn it. All right. Everyone's got Brian. You can come hang out too. I like Brian. Virginia Tech coming to Tallahassee on October 7th. I think there's a bye after Clemson. Looks like
There's a bye after Clemson. Yeah.
yeah, we need that for Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Jesus. 90.
Y'all's schedule is really weird.
Yeah, I would prefer
0.85 for me.
I prefer the bye week. Their offensive line is hot garbage, really, really bad. Syracuse, again at home. I'm at 90.
90.
They're just not.
They're
good.
just not good. Yeah.
They're just not good. No need to spend time
Next.
there.
3
Duke.
straight home games. Wow.
Yeah, then we get on the road though.
Yeah.
Duke.
Duke's interesting.
It is.
They're athletic for Duke. I still got it at 0.70, but Duke's an interesting game.
Duke is. I agree. I have it at 65.
You're too low on that, but
You're at 70.
yeah, but
I'm 5% low.
But I'm not a Florida State fan.
Who do y'all play after that? What's the next game?
At Wake Forest.
Wake has beat us a lot.
That's why I'm not as concerned about that game if I'm Florida State. If I'm a Florida State fan.
No.
If I'm the team, yes. If I'm Florida State fan,
Wake lost a lot. They lost like 3 of the 40 linemen. They graduated like 40 guys with COVID years. Quarterback's not there. He's at Notre Dame now. I'm at 75% against Wake.
I'm also at 75% against Wake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think Florida State's better.
This is where it gets a little spooky for me. At Pitt. They're like the most hard-nosed team They play tough. It's going to be cold. It's in Pittsburgh. It's in November. Don't really love that game. I tell you what, we'll find out if they're a playoff contender or not that week, in my opinion. I guess we will in the month of September. But like,
Right.
there's
I know
like
what you mean.
seasons to a season.
Yeah.
There's like quarters, quartiles, whatever you want to call it. Like,
Ooh, great word.
it'll be if you break this into quarters, like this would be. Can they focus? Can they finish? Can they deal with the cold and the brand of football that Pittsburgh plays? Hopefully, it's a noon kick and it's like 75, 65.
I really don't think it matters. I think Florida State can play every brand of football they want to play. I got it at 0.75, but I think Florida State, if they need to go air it out, play the fast game, they can do that. If they need to slow it down, run the football in the I formation, I think they can do that too. And that's a problem if you're an opposing defense.
Yeah, I'm at 60%. I could be a little bit low. They scare me because of what Pitt's done to us in the past.
That's understandable.
You want to talk about like Missouri being a team that gets up for Florida or whatever,
Right.
Or Kentucky. Pitt always plays us so freaking difficult.
I would have thought that'd be like NC State for you guys.
Yeah,
That's not on the schedule, thankfully for them.
yeah, fortunately.
Well, not thankfully,
But it
they
is
suck this
it
year.
is
That-
NC
that-
State.
that was-
It is always NC State. Piss Palace. All right. Then we have Miami. Miami rolls into town. The Hurricanes, led by Mario Cristobal. Sorry, Zach Polk, if you're still listening. I'm at 65%. I could be low there too.
You're really low there.
You're really high. You're ridiculous on
maybe
this.
I am. Florida State.
It's a rivalry
Miami.
game. It's a rivalry
Miami
game.
coming to Tallahassee.
I'm closer to Joey on this than you.
Really?
Tallahassee, like they went to Miami Coral Gables last year and beat them 733 to -9, right? And didn't that happen? I didn't make that up, yeah. Yeah.
The game was over when the first touchdown was scored. 45 to 3.
1.0. The game's over right now. Don't play it. Don't show up, Miami.
1.0.
Throw the
Where-
towel now.
Chat, where are you guys at
Throw
on
the towel now, Miami. This game's over. 1-0.
Where are y'all at on Miami? Florida State, Miami, rivalry game, November 11th. I am so fired of football season. Oh, my
1.0.
God. I'm
We're
ready
here.
for football.
We
It's
made
like,
it.
yeah, we're here. We're literally at football
survived.
season. Yeah.
There's not a Saturday through the end of the year that we don't have college football.
Golly. Hunter Williams has it at 80. Alonzo Brinson has it at
Yes.
85.
Our sitters are smart, Chris.
Joey has it at 100.
1.0.
What do you have it at, Tyler?
I'd say like 85.
You're
my
too low,
God.
too.
I probably am.
65 might be too low.
You're way too low.
Zach Maxwell 1.0.
Yeah. I knew we'd be on the same page tonight,
Chris,
Max.
Chris, can you just say
Can I amend this?
can you
Steinrich,
say that it's
95.
higher than 65?
Jamie 90.
It's higher than 65.
It's okay. It's higher than 65.
There we go.
Y'all can talk me into 75.
There we go.
Y'all can talk me into 75. All right, I'm at 75.
there we
Brian
go.
Saunders at 70.
Too
B
low.
Hill
Too low, Chuck.
95.
Too low.
All right, cool. 95. Cool.
Clayton will be in attendance. We expect a short.
Yes. Pre and post, please.
How about that?
All right. What's next?
North Alabama at home for Florida State, coming off a huge win against Miami by 35 plus. I think they beat North Alabama by the same.
Chris is gonna stab you, bro.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I swear I'm
It's
not.
okay. You're allowed to do it.
I truly believe that.
I can do it too.
I truly believe that.
I'm
In
allowed
my
to.
defense, I've been high on FSU for like 4 months straight.
I've been high on FSU for 2 years since I said Jordan Travis was the best quarterback they had.
Waylon Fulford, 0.99. And then Brian brings up a really good point here. Cristobal could be fired by
Ooh.
then.
If he
is
is,
so
I want to
true.
retract my 1.0. If Cristobal is no longer there, I'm not saying 1.0. If Cristobal is not there, give me like 0.75.
True enough. North Alabama. Yeah, Blaze, that's exactly what he's doing. It's okay. It works both ways. Utah comes first.
I promise I'm not doing that.
JT Clark's alma mater. Sorry, JT. Not so fast. 99% Florida State.
1.0.
1.0.
1.0.
And then the game we've all been waiting for. We held it earlier before.
That's right.
We have, Joey, you and I had the exact same number. Not picked, not planned.
Do we?
I think.
I don't know if I was listening whenever you called yours.
I have Florida State it's going in the swamp on November 25th. Thank God it's no longer on a Friday.
Oh, that is clutch.
Yeah. It's the 25th. That's on Thanksgiving Day.
No, 23rd is
23rd.
Day.
Okay, because that's Thursday. Because
Yeah.
the 24th would be Friday, Black
go.
Friday, and then 25th is Saturday when the game should always be played.
Right.
There you go.
Idiots. I got Florida State 60% chance to win.
I also have Florida State with a 60% chance to win.
That's right around where I would be too. Right around there.
That's good. That's good. It's pretty interesting that we're all similar on that. Kind of. It's really. I mean, we've been pretty similar on most, except for Miami. We were way off on Miami. And
Yeah, and I bumped mine up 10. You should probably bump yours down 10.
I'm not bumping mine
Be
down.
9.13. He'd be
Cristobal sucks.
9.55.
I still think Joey's closer.
Even at 75?
Yeah.
Yeah, South Carolina for Florida, and then Miami for Florida State was the only two that we really disagreed hard on, which is I think is about right. I'm reading too.
Yep. Me too. 75%, 85%, 75.
Most people like FSU here. I don't
Hey,
know.
what's the spread here? What do we think the spread's going to be? I like that game. That's fun. Before they tell us to handicap, Joey, let's handicap it. It's in Gainesville.
Now ESPN probably has it at 39.5. I don't know what they have, but I think
That's the only book
I've
that's
got-
open right now.
I'd have it at
9.5.
I was gonna say 10.5.
I was going to say double digits.
I was gonna say 10.5.
Brian Saunders, 83%. I love the preciseness there. I could see it. I could see it at like just under, like I could see it 8.5, 9.5.
I think it'd be a little bit higher than that.
Hey, Coach Saunders, are you going to the Buchholz game Friday night? Just type yes or no.
Jamie mentioned 50-50.
50-50. I like that.
I like it.
I'm
I
here
mean,
for
we're
that.
not far off of that.
No, we really aren't.
No.
60%. That's not far off.
I think there's interesting points to that game, and so much can be different between now and then.
Yeah, it's the end of November. It's literally a December kick.
Yeah.
I think that game is huge for if the season goes how Florida State needs it to go. That game is absolutely gigantic for Florida State.
Both
Florida,
ways.
will have a chance
Florida
to
will really
upset and
want
undo
to-
some
yeah.
things,
Yep.
and Florida State has everything in front of them.
Yeah, because if Florida were to beat them in that game,
Yeah, and that's
they
huge.
would be. They'd probably still be in.
Who, Florida State?
If they're
If they're
going into that
undefeated, they drop to Florida, they win the ACC championship, then maybe.
game. Yeah.
I agree with Cam on that. Zach asked, is there a single position on the field where UF matches with FSU? I think running back is that position for sure.
I think running back for sure. I'm not
Yeah.
sure I can agree with offensive line.
I think the offensive line is close.
Maybe. But I think the difference would be Florida State's defensive line versus Florida's O line, and then Florida's D line versus Florida State's offensive line.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's an issue because I think Florida State's defensive line is as good as it gets.
Yeah.
And I think Florida's is going to be much better.
Florida's.
Yeah, but I don't.
I think losing Boone hurts so bad,
I
especially
think-
at this point in the year.
I think so too.
That hurts. Like that hurts. I don't think
I agree.
You're not being dismissive, and I know you're not. I'm just
No,
saying.
I agree, it
I think
does.
people that are being dismissive of the Justice Boone injury are like a little bit silly.
Yeah.
If for nothing else, depth. Like they've got defensive lines rotate.
Right, all the time. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's a hell of a rotational piece.
And just the fact that you have, if not the best, one of the top 3 best defensive linemen in college football on the other side of the ball with
Verse?
Jared Verse.
Yeah, I think so. Here you heard it here first, and you've heard it. Freaking Braden Fisk is an absolute problem. He is a freaking problem.
Yeah.
They love what they have in him. They nailed it with Western Michigan. Transfer Braden Fisk.
That's a big get for them then.
I love it.
And then you add it with the Jared Jackson, or not Jared Jackson. God Almighty, his name's escaping me right now.
Darnell.
Is it Darnell?
Is it?
Doesn't
Darryl?
sound right. They'll tell us. They'll tell us. Fix it. That could be the name of the show too. Fix it. That was fun. So we ended up with Florida State at Jackson. Yeah, I hope so, Blaze. I think you're right. I think it's
Daryl, right?
Daryl.
Thanks.
You said Darnell.
I did it first and then I corrected it. to
Okay,
Darryl.
yeah, Daryl. All right, how do you spell it? Is it with a Y or with 2 L's?
Darrell or Daryl?
It's definitely Daryl. He's a freak show. That was fun. So you're at 9.65. Hypothetically speaking, Joey, would you because you're not much over. If you weren't a Gator fan, would you touch the over
I
here?
care more about money than being a Florida State or Florida fan.
Yeah, you're still not touching it though.
Oh no, I'm give me the over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because
For what it's
there's-
worth, I have Florida State stock.
obviously we just went through the schedule. I have them favored right now. Currently, I have them favored in every single game they play.
Yeah.
That means they have to
Me
lose,
too minus Clemson. We have it as a coin
which is
flip.
still a 50-50 game.
Yeah.
The only other 50-50 game you have on there is LSU. And then possibly you could call Florida and LSU both 50-50 games. So they'd have to lose all three 50-50 games to go under. Nah. I'm good.
Yes, so you
Thanks,
got to
man.
go
I'm going-
Southern Miss win, Boston College win, that's 2, Virginia Tech win, Syracuse win, that's 4, Wake Forest 5, North Alabama 6, Miami 7. Yeah, you're right. They got to win.
That's probably pretty juiced, though. I bet it'd be.
It's super
130,
juiced.
140.
It's super juiced. It's,
Maybe more.
minus 140, 50, 150, 160 maybe.
That's tough.
I
it's
don't care.
it's juiced. It's juiced. I'll
Sox was
I'll
juiced,
tell you
I
how.
like that.
I'll tell you exactly.
Yeah,
how
I
much
mean,
it's
it-
juiced.
if you believe in something, you bet it.
You heard it here, folks.
Yeah, if you believe in it, yeah, I'll tell you the. I have potentially a little bit on the.
While
Florida
you're
State
doing
over.
that, I'm going to talk
Yeah.
about Brian Sports because
Do
Brian
that.
Sports is the greatest sporting goods store in the history of mankind.
That's right.
Go see him or give him a call 755-0570 and he will do everything and anything
God.
he can to hook you up with the best of the best. Without a question, he'll do that.
Fun fact:
Yes.
Brian is the one that told me you did an excellent job.
Really?
On the radio broadcast.
Thank you, Brian.
Awesome. That should mean something.
It
Yeah.
does actually.
Yeah, he said you were really good.
Wow. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate that, buddy.
There you go.
Yeah. Brian's good people. I actually talked to Brian before the game. He was sitting on the wrong side, but we're not going to talk about that.
So was my freaking wife and my children
Can I tell you why?
because Columbia traveled.
Columbia always travels. That's
But
number
this
one. Columbia
stadium is
travels,
small.
travels.
Yeah.
But that stadium is smaller
Tiny.
than this man cave, and it ain't very big out
It's
here.
a Cracker Jack little box.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
it's tiny. On the home side, it's big.
Huge.
The away side, awful.
Tiny. It's okay.
Yep.
I love that.
So, anyways, yeah.
It is minus
Go see Brian
140,
Sports.
by the way.
Minus 140 is not that bad. That is not huge
That's
at
not. It's better
That's
than what I thought
not.
it would be.
That's at 9.5 too. A lot of places have it at 10.
all. Mention Front Porch sitting at Brian Sports. Get 10% off.
Yes.
I have a Brian Sports hat.
I have to go there. I have to
had
go
fun.
there.
I love this one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
this hat came from Brian Sports too, but
I got that hat.
I have a Brian Sports hat that I will, if it had Brian Sports on the back of it, I would wear it every time we do a podcast. But it only has it on the front, and so whenever you do it
Yeah.
like this, you can't see your face, and God knows you guys want to see my face. And
I actually ordered 2 shirts from Brian not long ago, and he texted me and said, "Hey, they're ready. I gotta go get them. Probably tomorrow,
I'm
Brian.
telling you, that
I'll
guy's
probably
good.
come by tomorrow. Yeah, he's so good. I didn't even send him a picture or anything. I was like, "Hey, this is what I need," and he boom, bang, done.
That's right.
Yeah,
I love that.
that's how it is. All right,
All right.
what
the
do we,
McCardles were on the Swanee side too. It seems
I think there was quite a few.
Nowhere else.
it
to
makes
sit.
sense because there's nowhere else to sit. I'm
There-
telling you, I told Lindsay, if you don't get there an hour early, this is no lie. If you go to Swanee High School or Madison for that matter, but Swanee's worse than Madison. If you go to Swanee High School and you're not there an hour early, you're not sitting in the stands.
Yeah.
That's wild for a high school football game.
Yep,
Columbia. It's just different, baby.
correct.
You ain't wrong about that now.
All right. Do we want to go to? We have the NFL predictions. Do you want to skip that since we're already at an hour? Go straight to the Swamp Kings. No. Okay. All right.
I feel like we kind of should. That's my vote. This side of the table.
All right, well, then we'll do that. I don't care.
I don't think the sitters care particularly too much about the NFL rankings.
I think you're wrong. I think the Steelers love the NFL.
All
let's
right,
go.
let's-
Let's go to Swamp Kings because I think it's more relevant.
Okay, there we go.
But I think it's also going to be a short conversation.
Yeah, there's
Okay, well, if it is, we can
there's a
always
question
we can
there,
pivot.
too.
We can pivot to the NFL. All right, Joey, you have watched all, what is it, probably 3 hours of the Swamp Kings documentary on Netflix.
I have.
I'll tell you right now.
Uh-huh.
This is just what I've seen on Twitter. I have seen that it is garbaggio. That's what I've seen. I've seen that it's like a Urban Meyer puff piece. Fact or
Yeah,
fiction?
no, it's yes and no. So fact and fiction.
Okay.
So here's my initial thoughts on it. Whenever I got done with that thing, I was juiced for Florida football. I was like, oh my God, that was fun. Like the 2006 to the 2009 years were
Glory days.
unbelievably fun to be a Gator fan,
Yep.
right? And that's all I got out of it. When I got done, I stood up because I was on my couch. I stood up and I was like, I literally know nothing more now than I knew then. The only thing I learned one thing. I learned that Urban Meyer kicked off 2 players on the tarmac. That's all I learned. Everything else, I knew everything about it. If this is supposed to be untold, like Netflix said,
yeah.
if it's untold, give me Cam Newton. because what really happened.
Yeah.
Give me Aaron Hernandez stories, not just the one about him punching old boy in the face when Tebow was there and couldn't stop him. Give me Pouncey twins who were best friends with Aaron Hernandez. Give me Chris Rainey talking about time to die to his girlfriend. Give me something that I didn't know already. You know what I mean?
Like the details of.
Is
Yeah.
it because we're so close to it?
No.
Like, do you think
No. The only people that are watching this
are Gator
That's
fans?
false. My cousin in Illinois watched it because he thought it would be interesting, and he did. He said
That's my point.
He said it wasn't an axe job, and he thought it would be. He said if you're a Gator fan, it'll get you juiced. It'll get you juiced.
It was.
And he was 1,000% correct. Now he only watched the first episode. He didn't watch 2, 3, and 4 yet. At that time, he may have now, but I think a lot of people watched it because they were more in tune to what really went on behind the scenes.
That's what I wanted to know.
Right.
But I didn't get any of that.
No, because there was none of that.
I thought they also painted Urban Meyer in a different manner than he probably is.
deserved.
Yeah.
I agree.
But as a Gator fan, I would love it. I would eat that up. I would
Urban,
love that.
I think Urban's a fantastic football coach
In college.
in college. Yes, I think that
When it's a dictatorship.
100%.
Yeah.
Even I don't know that he would be as successful now as he was then because
because
the
the
world's
game's
different.
changed. Yep.
The
And-
game's changed. The humans have changed. Like the way people go about their business has changed. Like the NIL. Like you don't have as much control as a college football head coach right now as you did 10 years ago whenever he was running this thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know how successful he'd be now. It's a different world out there.
I agree. For our friends in the chat that want NFL, we'll get to it after this. We won't totally throw it out. So don't leave.
we got you, fam.
Yeah, we got you. We'll get to it. But I did expect more. I don't know how okay, can we go even a step further and say that the docuseries was painted with orange and blue glasses on? Or orange and blue paint palette?
It seems it
It was very friendly to Florida,
was.
which is cool. I had no issue with that. That's not what I thought it was going to be.
That's my only issue. It's not because I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I loved it.
Do you think they dug? Do you think they dug and didn't get people to talk?
Nah, man. People love to talk.
No,
I don't know, man. If I was a
think
player on that team,
bro,
I wouldn't.
I think it is so. We're talking 15 years later, and nobody's really said much about it. There's a reason for that. There's been no books. There's been no movies. There's been no, hey, give me this much money and I'll tell you everything I know. There's been none of that. Aaron Hernandez, that whole situation was
Correct.
huge.
So here's the crazy thing, and I know some people in the chat can agree to this or will agree, and I'm definitely not going there. So please don't ask. As what Nick Saban say, I'm not going to do it. So don't ask. Quit asking me.
Right.
I feel like I know so much more than that documentary told.
Yeah.
Just because I grew up, I was 18, 19, 20, 21 in that window.
Right.
So I was in the same. So I was in Gainesville, and I knew people who let me be careful. I knew people who knew those players very well. We knew the same people.
Yeah.
And they definitely weren't shy about details then.
Right.
So I feel like I know so much more than what the untold doc was.
Right.
So I was and maybe that's my fault. Maybe I'm tell me.
Right.
What don't we know?
But that's the thing.
Uncover the details.
If they would have told what you know, you'd be happy
Yeah.
because everybody knows now.
Yeah. It'll be messy though.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, it would be messy. No matter what, it's going to be messy.
It would be messy.
It just, I don't know. It was interesting.
Riley Cooper got away scot-free on that.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about stuff he did in the NFL, but stuff that he did in Gainesville.
Right.
I know. Nobody. There was no mention of it.
None. There's very little mention of Riley Cooper at all.
Yeah.
None.
Okay.
Same with the Pouncey twins. There was you saw them a couple of times and they mentioned them with recruiting.
Yeah. I've been public places where I've seen them. I've seen some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Aaron Hernandez in the middle of the street. I've seen some crazy things. I mean, but none of it was covered. So maybe I'm the outlier. I know too much.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, possibly, but
Netflix didn't write that to if you start uncovering that, you start uncovering some really serious stuff.
yeah, I think that's the problem. That maybe they did uncover that and they were like, hey,
We're not putting this on.
We
Netflix.
got to scale this back. This is
I'm not
going to
be the guy that makes this go
Yeah.
bad. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
going to happen.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe that is the case.
The publisher was definitely like pro UF and I think as it should be. Like, I mean,
I think if they wouldn't have built it up, if it wasn't the untold blah 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 Swamp Kings, if it wasn't that, I don't think anybody would have a problem with it. If it was just this.
Agreed.
But the thing about Johnny Manziel, that documentary is it uncovered so much. Now, most of that was Johnny Manziel uncovering it himself.
But is that because okay? So here's my question though. Here's my question. I don't think this Swamp Kings thing hit like as far as like dirt. Like we're talking about the dirt. I think they did a really good job of highlighting like that time.
100%.
Florida deserves that. They're freaking dominant.
Yes.
I'm not trying to take anything away from
no.
the program and Urban and the boys in that time, like because they couldn't be beat. I don't care whether they're off the field.
Right.
With the reason, but like they were dominant. Is it because like we lived 30 minutes, 40 minutes from Gainesville, so like we know so much more? Whereas like the Johnny Manziel stuff, I'm sure there's people in Texas that are like, oh my God, we already knew all that. Where like I was like, what? He did what?
Yeah. You mean his family really had no money? And
Right.
They said he was rich?
Like I want to
That's
know.
crazy.
Like I'd imagine that there's people in Texas that live 30 minutes outside of College Station or whatever that know all those details.
You might be right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Where
It's a good
we may view it like old news.
Right.
That's probably broke news to people.
Yeah, you may be right about that.
Yeah.
Could be.
I thought it was really good for the University of Florida
I did too.
and the football program.
Yeah.
Like, they got a little juice. Fans got a little juice. It's like the perfect timing too.
It was.
Like the perfect timing, right? Right before football season. Like Sydney's fired up. Chrissy's fired. Like y'all are all fired up. I would
time
be
fired
too.
up.
Huh?
Big time fired up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, it was a cool doc. It was a cool doc. It wasn't necessarily what I thought it. Excuse me. What I thought it would be. But
that was my only complaint with it. Is not what kind of they portrayed it to be.
the quality of it was still good.
The quality
like
was
really good.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially if you're a Gator fan.
Is it
And even if you're a football fan, I can appreciate. As a Seminole fan, I can appreciate like Florida's success in that time.
Is it
Unbelievable.
I was going to say something dumb. Is it okay? Is it okay that I think that Billy Napier has a chance to do what Urban did in a way? Not like year 2 championship. Not year 2 championship. Not saying that. But the route that he's taken, which is recruiting, like high-level recruiting, and then you get your quarterback in DJ Lagway. Just saying. I think he has a chance.
Boy, you need to stop watching that documentary.
We talked about this off
Yeah, so don't make me,
show
Vegas has him at 5.5.
this year. We all know this is a bridge year.
Oh yeah, you're on it too. Here we go.
I'm on it too, baby. Let's ride.
Oh
Yes,
my God,
let's
these two.
Let's ride, Billy Nape. I like
yeah,
Napier.
I think that Billy Napier has a chance to be really special.
Can we clip? Can you clip this?
sir.
This
No,
part.
sir, I cannot.
10:08 on August 23rd. Yeah. I can't, boys. I can't get there. I don't think he surrounded himself with the quality of coaches that Urban did. I think that was one thing that Urban Meyer was really, really good at, was identifying talent and letting them coach a little bit, like he let Dan Mullen coach.
Yeah.
And then he was all like you've already alluded to, it was a different time, different era.
Yeah.
You can't do what he did. Like you can't, like, listen, the firing or kicking kids off the team on the tarmac sounds cool until that kid goes back to his high school and you're like, yeah, you'll never ever get another one of my kids.
Right.
Ever.
Never ever.
Ever. And another coach that's close to him is like, never. Because if you're good enough to go to Florida, you're good enough to go like a lot of places. Never going to happen.
Tyson has a good question.
Sydney's with you. She said, yes, Joey.
So let me say one thing about like the Urban Meyer mat drills. What they showed on that, it was not. That was like the very mild version of the actual mat drills I've heard.
You know where Matt Drills originated?
Florida State.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tyson had a question. You want to get to it?
Yeah, Tyson had a good question. He said, how many games do they have to win this year for Joey's statement to have merit? I don't think it has anything to do with this season. I think it has everything to do with
it
next season.
has to have. They have to be able to sustain success, and it starts this year. Like
7.
More. For what I said to be true,
Well, then that's not going to be true.
for what I said to be true, they could win 9.
Oh, my.
That's not an unrealistic possibility.
9?
9's not. We went through their schedule. 9's not completely unrealistic.
They'd have to win every single 50-50 game.
Which
And beat FSU probably.
no,
No, they would have to beat FSU.
no, it's Georgia, LSU, FSU. They lose those 3 games. The rest of those games have the ability to win.
Dude,
if they go
do
9-3,
that
if
means-
huge if. Listen, I'm not saying they're going 9-3.
Yeah.
You both know that.
Yeah.
I'm saying if they go 9-3 this year, the trajectory is this way, not this way.
Oh.
this way.
if they go 9-3, I will get belligerent on this podcast.
Oh, I'm here to see that.
Me too.
I will be belligerent. There's no shot they're not getting.
I think 8 is a very, very reasonable number.
The chat too,
Like
like
the chat, 100%.
Jeez. Hey, Blaze, we got to keep these receipts, Yaks. We got to keep all these receipts. This is good. I'm with it.
This is a lot of ifs.
Clayton,
A
we're
lot
not
of ifs.
Clayton, we're not gonna cut the mic because we need this. This is all documented. This is good stuff. I am. You boys are drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm here for it. I don't think the guy is Urban, bro.
So maybe not. He may not be.
Urban is like one of the best to ever do it.
But what was Urban great at? Getting guys to play for him because he didn't coach. He didn't coach offense.
No,
That guy didn't coach defense.
No.
He was a special teams coordinator.
he was a
That's what Urban
dictator,
did.
bro. He's a dictator.
He was a dictator that made sure that everybody else around him was doing their job.
I feel like he has more charisma than Billy Napier. Billy Napier's kind of dry, bro.
A little bit.
Kind of dry.
I mean, yeah. But
Billy Napier's not getting invited on the set of Fox Sports to call games and stuff. I'm not. You're making me defend Urban, and I don't really like Urban that much, right? But I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know.
I've never heard Billy Napier called a creep.
He's got some vibes a little bit.
You think so?
No.
I was saying this dude.
I think he smokes cigarettes though. He smokes heaters on the side. But y'all can't tell me Billy Napier don't smoke on the side, dog. If Barack Obama smoked cigarettes, like you can believe that Billy Napier smoked cigarettes.
Barack Obama smoked cigarettes?
Dude, you didn't know
Huh?
this?
He had a smoking patio in the White House. Stop it.
What
Stop.
brand of
We're not
cigarettes
doing
did he
this.
smoke?
No, not taking the bait. Nice try.
Winston's?
Dude, I have no idea. Virginia
That's it.
Slims? I don't
Virginia
know.
Slims. There we go. That's the one I was looking for.
Those are the
I
fancy ones.
couldn't remember the cool ones. Virginia Slims got to be the cool ones.
I don't know, Joe. That's an interesting question. I'm excited about that. I think it's like Jesus.
I do think he has a chance.
Clayton,
I think
Clayton,
it's a slim chance.
if Napier ever sprints on the field like Dabo, I quit. I'm just letting you know. I'm not doing it.
Well,
quit
Napier
on
punched Dabo in the mouth, right?
Yeah, I did see that, but I don't know if that's true or not. That's internet rumors. Nobody knows that. That's one reason I love Napier. I'm going to be quiet.
Clemson
Just in case it was true, I decided to love him in case.
If there's ever Clemson uncovered, it'll be interesting. But if there's a fist thrown, a punch thrown by freaking Billy Napier, I need to know about it.
Speaking of that, Percy Harvin choking out Billy Gonzalez allegedly.
Why is it not on there?
Why is that not on there? I want to know about it. Allegedly. I don't know.
Percy Harvin spending months, weeks in a freaking hotel room, locked inside with migraines.
Dorm room. Yeah. Not coming out. Why?
Not coming to
I ain't
practice.
coming out.
Got migraine. This weed's too good.
Are you playing Saturday? I don't know, but I ain't coming out right now.
Yeah. See you Saturday. Sure, you can play. No
I ain't
problem.
mad at Percy, dog.
Hey,
mad
he was
at
that guy.
No
He was
mercy,
that-
Percy, baby.
He was that guy.
I do like Napier, though.
I'm just saying.
I
think
like
it's-
that he's
I
bringing
think
the
it's
black
possible. I'm not
jerseys.
saying again.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's likely. I'm not saying
Let's
it's
have a
done
lot.
deal.
Let's have a lot of fun
Saying
here.
it's
Let's have a lot of fun here.
I also called Mike Norvell being really good.
I was going to
So
say.
did you.
Who? Yeah, I was on that way early when everyone wanted him fired. Remember all that?
So was I.
You remember
We
when
both
you
were.
were?
you guys were
We
on
were
that
really
he got
on the same-
hired?
Yeah.
We were really on the same page on Mike Norvell.
Yeah. Is Mike Norvell more likely to be on the trajectory of Urban than Billy Napier?
This is a better question.
This is a better question. Who is closer to that trajectory, Mike or Billy? And I know Mike's been there longer, but
I think Mike's a more hands-on coach, as far as like he's got his hand in a position group. Like he's got his hands in the offense.
he's the OC.
Right.
But Billy
does that
Napier is the OC and the quarterback's coach. He lets
guess
that tall guy hang around, but he calls
no,
it.
you're right. Maybe he's not like Urban, because Urban was completely hands-off on the offense.
Bro, I listened to it. I sat in a room. Gator fans, you're gonna love this. You already heard this, but sat in a room with Billy Napier, and he was talking about the most minute details that you could ever think of. I like to think I'm a very thorough football coach. I like to think that.
Yeah.
He made me feel like I was unprepared. And I'm like, bro, I also don't have an army that can go break down all this data and this, that, and
Right.
the other.
But still,
But you want to talk about having your hands involved? From clock management, from play type, from play design, from the ball's at the 37 on 3rd and 3. This is what we're doing. Like, Ball hit the 27 on a 2nd and 9. It's 2 down territory. I'm not kicking the field goal here. So it's a run play, knowing that I got third. It's like every single decision that goes into a game, he's got like a spreadsheet. Like, he showed it to us. It's nuts. He's extremely, like, you want to say hands-on. He's like elbows deep in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's his. That's why he's different than Urban for me. He's the coach. So, like, that's the difference. If the on-field product suffers or doesn't take a step like it should every year, then there's, like, we know who to look at.
Yeah.
Not you can't pass the buck to, like, Dan Mullen. That's the other thing. Urban had one of the best OCs to ever. Urban had one of the best OCs. Like, I think Dan Mullen is one of the best play callers ever walk the earth.
Right. I agree with that.
I mean that. That's a big statement. I've watched it.
Yep.
I
I agree.
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah.
On a defense.
Yeah. So the simple answer for me is neither have the chance to be like Urban, because I think Urban, truthfully, is a top 2 college football coach of all time, in my opinion.
No.
No?
No.
Saban, Bowden, maybe.
Saban, Bowden, Bryant, Bear Bryant. I mean, like,
yeah.
what's the
Maybe.
boy? What's the boy from
different,
Michigan?
so
I know it's a
hard.
different
It's
era,
like
but like those
Maybe.
guys deserve they deserve their credit too.
I mean,
the boy
I'm
from
sure
Michigan
they
and
do.
stuff too.
In my opinion, from guys that I saw, which
Saban-
we'll
Saban-
start at Bobby Saban.
Bobby
I
Saban,
think-
like Kirby.
I think Urban is in that conversation.
Would Kirby or Urban?
Urban.
It's Kirby for me.
That one's tough.
That is tough. I'm not saying it's super like emphatic, but like Kirby or Urban.
I mean, and
The longevity like of Kirby and the lack of idiot of Kirby. Urban did some
longevity.
really. Kirby did spend a lot of time winning national championship at Alabama, when everybody know he was like the associate head coach.
yeah, Urban Meyer.
How many
spent
does
a lot of
Urban got?
time-
3.
I thought it was 4. Does he doesn't
He's
have
got
2
3.
at Ohio State?
2 at Florida, 1 at Ohio State. Kirby has what? 2. Like
Yeah.
9 as an assistant. He'll get 3 this year.
Back to back.
Yeah, 3, 1, 2, 3 in a row. It's Kirby for me, and he's not done.
No, he's not.
Urban's done.
That's the thing.
Urban's done.
Yeah.
That's why I
think
meant
I would take
longevity.
Kirby.
I guess it's probably better to say like future longevity.
Yeah.
Urban can't stay in one place long.
No.
He's a wreck. That guy's a train wreck, bro.
He's 100% a train wreck, but he can coach
Kurt,
football.
yeah, he can. He can get people to buy in for a minute.
Right.